Welcome to the walkthrough for ConsumeriQ by Zirka Digital Solutions. A combination of behavioral data, psychology and primary research, ConsumeriQ provides a colorful archetypal view of the Indian digital universe. In this video, you'll see how this tool balances detailed information on archetypes with suggestions to target them through nuanced creative and media insights. Let's say we are creating a media plan for an SUV. A typical target group would be audiences aged above 25 years, both male and female. On the audience page, let's first key in the campaign details and the TG's age and gender. Next, we use the Select Audience option to define the audiences further through three key filters. Interests, which are content consumption keywords, product, which includes product consumption categories, and personality, the set of 8 archetypes that encompass the digital audience. The personality-based option comes into play if you know the archetypes of the audiences. For now, here's how you create a media plan using the interest route. We first select audiences by interest. We then think of a combination of keywords which can capture the essence of an SUV purchase. Let's say we pick keywords around cars and travel. We then enter these keywords one by one into the interest window. We first start by typing out cars. We select the most relevant keywords from a large variety of categories to choose from. We then repeat this process for travel. After completing the selection, we add interests and proceed to archetypes. Archetypes. This screen shows the recommended archetypes that are most likely to resonate with your messaging. Here the tool recommends 5 out of 8 archetypes. Switch between the highlighted tabs to read about them in detail. Total universe and all audiences within that archetype. A description of the archetype. Category affinities defined by SKUs, demographics with age, gender and NCCS classification, and personality keywords that define the archetype. It is possible one of the archetypes recommended does not match the persona you seek in your target audience. You can deselect that archetype and select an alternate. For example, if after viewing the keywords within conformists, you feel the personality of these audiences do not meet your client brief, you can deselect conformists. You will immediately receive a notification. Not to worry, you can still proceed. Now, let's say you want to select another archetype which isn't recommended by the tool. You will find that for archetypes not recommended by the tool, only the keywords appear. This is because ConsumeriQ emphasizes psychographic matches with the brief instead of just demographic ones. Select righteous heroes and go-getters to be part of the mix. Now that you have arrived at your archetypes, let's proceed further. Next, you select categories. The category screen shows content metadata and affinities. These insights can be used by account planners, marketers, and creatives. The category selection is based on these fundamentals. Avenue, the type of platforms featuring within the category. Type, the creative most suited to the archetype. And formats most relevant to the archetype. SKU, likelihood of the archetype consuming that category. Higher the SKU, higher the likelihood. It is also possible that one category appears within more than one archetype. This is the true power of ConsumeriQ. Let us take music and audio as a category, which features within Spotlighters and Go-Getters. Under Spotlighters, the creative format recommended within music and audio is text. Whereas for Go-Getters, the tool suggests video. This is how ConsumeriQ provides insights for differentiated creatives to deliver the same message. And yes, you must select relevant and offbeat categories to ensure you reach audiences across the web. Use the SKUs to make the appropriate selections and proceed to subcategories. This screen links the content affinities to subcategories of destinations. Our selection here will lead to actual websites on the next screen. The metrics shown here are reach and RDM. Reach is the actual number of users within the subcategories. RDM or reach depth multiple is a combination of reach and time spent to indicate engagement of a platform, subcategory, or a category. The other column here is about the match. Subcategories are classified as primary and broad match. Primary match refers to the categories we selected in the previous step, and broad match represents the rest of the categories. The user can deselect categories within primary match given the TG or brief, example payments. The broad match lets users ensure that their media plans feature categories and subcategories with relevant choices for their TG and messaging, filtered by relevant metrics. After selection comes the last step: the list of websites recommended to be part of your media plan. The websites and metrics listed here are from ComScore. Apart from unique visitors and RDM, additional metrics covered here are percentage reach and average time spent per visitor. This data can be sorted from highest to lowest on any of the metrics. ConsumeriQ is the only tool that recommends destinations based on mindsets. Just look at the variety of websites before you. From leading news networks to regional news channels to new media destinations, it's all there. Let's examine the RDM advantage. Typically, media plans select websites based on reach. However, when we filter destinations by RDM, a different list emerges. If we look at unique visitors only, Network 18 is more than thrice the size of Economic Times. But wait, when we look at RDM, Economic Times would be more than twice that of Network 18. This is a very different conversation for planners and publishers, and a game changer for brands. You can choose up to 50 destinations to be part of the media plan. Once you have selected your websites, we complete the media plan. Content Plan View. The Content Plan View is a roundup of the plan you've just put together. It's viewable in 2 downloadable documents. PDF download. Ideal for creatives, this document contains the summary of the query, archetype selected, archetype suggested, and category SKUs with creative recommendations per archetype. CSV download. CSV is a document where all the website destinations are listed with key metrics like reach, RDM, percentage reach, and engagement. Perfect for the media and campaign planner. In conclusion, ConsumeriQ is a must-have tool that makes creative and media planning scientific and research-based. It empowers you to target audience mindsets, know their category affinities, and the destinations they are most likely to frequent. So, you can deliver differentiated creatives to the same target group with better resonance and eventually better ROI. Thank you and happy campaigning!